Today is a very annoying video. It's just annoying. There's no other way to put it. You're probably going to see my demeanor being very upset and very annoyed and very blah about it. So it's my IUD experience. Yeah, you heard it. My IUD experience. So if you don't want to hear this, go on ahead, go click out of the video. But if you're interested to know, stay. And maybe it'll be helpful. Maybe it'll convince you. Maybe it will not convince you. Maybe you'll take a different path. Maybe it'll say, yeah, no, I'm okay with all that stuff. Don't get me wrong. I know all birth controls are good, bad. They have their things. They have what's going on with them. You either deal with them, because that's literally all that we can do, or you figure out a better method. So I have had my IUD for 3 years, so I can tell you that I am pretty experienced on what I have felt. And you can look up IUD symptoms, or not symptoms, but IUD, like the downsides of having an IUD. I'm not thinking of the term, but I'll put it right in the description box so you can look. Because there's, the only good thing, I guess, is that you control your body to not let you reproduce. That's literally it. That's the only thing. So I want to start off by saying that as soon as I got my IUD, I realized that there was issues, because I would feel pelvic pain, and I was thinking to myself, I don't think I should be feeling like this, but I kind of just dealt with it because I thought it's fine. This is probably just like a normal symptom, and like it'll be okay. And I would literally just take Advil or Tylenol, some type of pain reliever, to be able to get rid of it and just deal with it. Well, a year went by and the pain wasn't getting any better. And let me stop you right there. If you're thinking, oh, well, it's normal to have pelvic pain, especially if you're like on your period. Well, I am not one of those people that has an irregular period. I know exactly the date that mine is going to hit. It either gets here the 25th to 26th or the 27th, and it lasts until the end of that month. That's it. It might be 3 days, 4 days. I don't have long periods, I have short periods. It's IUD side effects. So if you look, there's like a whole list. And just, I would say look into that first if you're okay with dealing with those issues. So what I was trying to say is it's normal to have pelvic pain, cramps, all that stuff. If you're on your period, you're the week of your period, right? So I started taking more into consideration and observing when I was feeling all these pains. And I was like, maybe I'm feeling them throughout my period and that's just like the norm. Okay, so I started paying attention to that and noticed that no, that was not the case. I would literally feel them at random moments throughout the month. And it wouldn't be where it's like, oh, the pain's here and then it's gone. No, I'm talking about it would be a constant, subtle pain. Like in my pelvic area, it would just be like, ee, and you would just feel it like that. And it was to the point where it was like, the pain wasn't uncomfortable because of the amount of pain, but it was just a slight amount of pain, but it was just constant throughout the whole day. So I would have to take Advil, ibuprofen, or Tylenol to be able to handle it, and I was like, okay, that's fine. So a year after noticing that I wasn't just getting those pelvic pains during my period, but throughout the entire month, I called and I told them, hey, listen, like I think something's going on. Because I feel like, you know, I'm having cramps and like pelvic pain, and I feel like it should not be like this. And, you know, I left a message. The nurse called me back and she was like, well, honey, are you taking any type of like pain reliever, like ibuprofen, Tylenol, or, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, no, I literally just called you for no apparent reason because I haven't been taking any pain relievers. Like, of course I am. Of course I am. I'm taking pain relievers. And that's not solving the problem, is it, Karen? It's not. But anyways, I just let it go. That was a year after having the IUD when I was just like over it. And I was like, it'll be fine. It's okay. Well, the pain did get worse. And it was just like, I'm thinking to myself, it's fine, it's fine. But it's like my body was trying to get rid of something that did not belong. Like there was like a foreign object in there and it was trying to get rid of it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this just should not be it. Okay, so that's symptom number 1. Symptom number 2 is headaches. I started thinking, man, I'm getting these headaches, and I'm talking about like they're constant. Like I'm having headaches that are just terrible. One headache, I don't even, like it wasn't even a headache, it was a migraine, lasted about 4 days. And this was with me taking Advil and Tylenol. 1 second. So basically, what I would do is I would wait until later in the day when I knew I was about to get ready to go to bed so that I would actually be able to go to bed. I would have to take a pain reliever because of it. And I was thinking it was because of my long hair. I'm never gonna get through with this video. Basically, I had a migraine for like 4 days. Never in my life had I felt a migraine before. I was like, wow, like this is the longest headache I've ever had. Like I was thinking, what is going on? And the way that I would manage it is I hate taking pain relievers, even though I've been taking pain relievers these past 3 years, like constantly, and it's not something that I like to do. Like I think, because I'm just totally against them. I feel like I could deal, but I haven't been able to, so I've had to actually use them. Before having Sebastian and having an IUD, I wouldn't use any of them. Hold on. I think it was because of my long hair. And I cut it. I literally went to one point where it was like shoulder length, and I was like, I'm through, I'm sick of it. And like, I was like, okay. And in my mind, because I was thinking that it was my hair being so heavy, because my hair is heavy already, thinking that that was what was causing it. Well, now realizing it, no, the heck that is not. That's not causing it, because even when I cut my hair short, I realized I'm still getting headaches. Even when I thinned out my hair and I cut it in layers, I'm still getting headaches. Like my hair isn't even that heavy anymore. And then even taking my hair out of ponytails, because then I started thinking maybe it's because I'm putting my hair in ponytails. No, even with my hair down, headaches. So that's the second thing. Like, who has a headache or a migraine for 3 days straight? Oh, I was just beyond me. I mean, I know there's people out there that also get them, and they get them really bad because it runs in their genetics, or it's something that they've dealt with their entire life. But I can tell you for a fact that that's never been a part of my life. It's just started, and I'm starting to see the trend here that it's because of this IUD. So I already discussed the pelvic pain. I'm gonna leave this one for last because that's just TMI. Mood swings. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm happy, and then there are moments where I get super angry, and I know that's kind of hard to hear from me, but I mean the tiniest, tedious little thing, if I can't get it, I just throw it out because I think to myself, I can't deal. Like I cannot deal. It just makes me upset, and it's like a temper or something, and it just makes me so angry. Like for example, Jeffrey will do, like he'll decide, we're gonna do this afternoon, or we're gonna go here in such and such place. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then we go to the place and something happens where we have to change our course or change the demeanor of what we're doing, and it just blows over, and I'm thinking, this is so aggravating. I cannot believe that we have to deal with this. Like, we should have just done what we planned for, and it's out of nowhere. Absolutely nowhere, because there is no reason for me to overreact like that. Yes, I'm saying I overreact because the seconds later, even minutes later, I realize, yo, why did I just act like that? Like, why did I just blow up? That's not me. And then moments I'll be super sad. Like, I can tell you that in these past 3 years, I experienced depression. Not medically, like no one medically diagnosed me with it, but I can tell you, because I'll get sad for no apparent reason. Like, there's no reason for me to be sad and depressed, none at all. And I will just get into the mood of, okay, like I don't even want to get out of bed today. If you guys noticed, I think at the beginning of the year, I was just like, yeah, I'm trying to get everything situated and the videos and this and that. And then there was like 3 weeks, like in a row, that I wouldn't even want to take videos of Sebastian or even take pictures. And that's just like, I've always been like a good person when it comes to taking good pictures of him, and that being part of like my schedule. Like, I want to have all those memories. And this 3rd year of having this IUD has been, I feel like, the worst yet out of the 3. And depression this year kind of hit me at one point, and you can kind of tell, because even when I go see my mom, she's like, what is wrong with you? Like, how are you, like, why are you so sad? Like, why do you feel like this? You look sad, you look this and that. And for my mom to tell me that, you know something's wrong. And I know for a fact there's no reason for me to be sad. It's this freaking IUD that's inside me that's just taken over. It's like a foreign object that's taken over my body. It's taking ownership of it. And I just don't like feeling like that. Like, that's so upsetting. And I can't tell you that everyone reacts different to it. So some people might feel emotional and they might like feel emotional to where they even cry. I can tell you that that's not the case. I felt the extremes of anger, so it wouldn't be a level. It would be either super angry or super depressed. It wasn't like an in-between of like, oh, okay, it's all right, it's fine. No, it's like something's just going on and it's just like not even. So then I already explained that with the mood swings, depression for the first time in my life. That's like scary to me. And one that hits me really hard, I mean, all of these hit me really hard, but one that totally hits me up is weight gain. I am a small person and I would love it if the weight that I would gain would distribute evenly, but it does not. See, after I lost all the baby weight, before they inserted this foreign object inside me, I was 110 pounds. I was literally supposed to just stay there, be even, and I was breastfeeding, so you would think that with me breastfeeding for 2 years, I still wouldn't gain any weight. I breastfed for like 1.5 years. You would think that I would not gain any weight. And everything in moderation. I won't say that I don't eat out because that is a lie. I do eat out, but I can tell you that I don't eat enormous amounts of like fast food. I am literally a stay-at-home mom. I was a stay-at-home mom for 2 years. I cooked every single one of my meals unless I were to go out or to meet Jeffrey, and everything in moderation. I pretty much can watch exactly what like I eat. And I mean, I can understand Jeffrey getting a dad bod because he eats out so much because of work. But me, even now that I'm working, I come home to eat. I eat at home every morning and I eat at home every day at 12 when I get here. And I can tell you that it's everything in moderation. There's no explanation as to why I would be gaining weight. But I am currently, and this is so hard for me to share because I'm 5'2", and if you know that, that's actually kind of like on the shorter side. So I'm currently between 129 and like maybe 127 on a good day, like on a day where I've actually been drinking water and doing good things, and 130. The heaviest is probably 131, and seeing that kind of like, and I know some people are like, you shouldn't go based off on the scale. No, I need to. For me to see it, I need to see it on the scale because I can see through the clothing that I'm wearing that it's getting heavy. And imagine if I didn't weigh myself, I would be like, whoo, beyond it. So I have to look into that. And I've literally been gaining 5 pounds a year. And 130, that's like almost half of the pregnancy weight that I would have gained if I was like when I was pregnant with Sebastian. That kind of like depresses me just to even think about it because it's not even healthy for me to be at that weight. I never even shared this info, but whenever I got my blood work done at the doctor's office, you know, you do your blood work on your yearly exam, your health checkups and all that stuff, and then they send you back your letter saying, oh, all of your things turned out fine, all your things turned out good, it looks like okay, it looks like you're fine, like this and that. Do you think mine came back okay? Do you think they came back good? So, honestly, I almost cried when I got the letter and after the doctor did my blood work, because this is not just the doctor looking at you and saying, oh yeah, you look healthy, or oh yeah, you're weighing at a healthy weight compared to your weight. This was blood work, you guys. So the doctor said that I needed to not eat so many fried foods because it was like my cholesterol was getting a little bit high. Not to where it was like an emergency, but just to watch it and to incorporate more exercise into my routine. I don't even eat that many fried foods. Like, I really do not. I really don't. Like, I wish that you guys could see into my life and see like how I eat every day or how it is when I eat throughout the day. And I mean, even if you were to talk to someone that comes over to my house, like if I try to cook dinner or any meal that I try to make, it's always usually healthy. So for them to write in the letter like that, yeah, it looks like you're at an unhealthy weight for someone that's your stature, I was like so hurt. And then also for them to incorporate exercising. I go to the park, I walk. You've seen us walk to the dang park. You've seen us like walk around the park. Like me incorporating it, like yes, I don't exactly work out every single day of my life, but I can tell you that there are days where I'm like, you know what, I'm feeling it and let me work out and let me go on ahead and do something. But guess what? no matter what diet I go on. And you can even ask Jeffrey. I've been on diets, I've been working out. Yes, I don't show it to you guys because that's just like, that's me, that's my personal stuff. There's things that you want to share and there's things that you don't. And this one to me is just like, that's me. That's just me trying to take care of myself. No one needs to see that. So I already do those things on hand, and not seeing any results is kind of hurtful, and it's very discouraging, and it's just kind of like, it makes you feel like, well, what am I working for anyways? It's regardless. And I don't know, I'm just not, imagine if I were to keep this IUD inside me for another 2 years, because it's good for 5 years. And I'm gaining like I'd be 140 by the time that I'm getting it taken out, which to me is like, my little legs can't take that, okay? They just cannot. And the another thing is that I haven't had my period in 3 years. I mean, maybe that's healthy, maybe that's unhealthy, I don't know. You tell me in the comments. To me, it's a little concerning, but I've heard it's normal with an IUD. Some people react differently. Some people might have periods and some people might not. But I can tell you that I have not had a period in 3 years. So I don't know if that's like a pro. To me, I feel like, I don't know, I just don't feel like myself. I mean, I guess it's good. I haven't had a period in like three years. It hasn't been like a hassle. I haven't had to spend any money on any type of feminine products. But at the same time, is that healthy? I don't know. And by the way, I mean to say, the very last thing, if you do not want to hear this, go ahead and click out of the video, but does it hurt after intercourse? I can tell you that the night before, it's like, oh, okay, it's fine and dandy, but the second day, there are some times where it's like painful. Like the next day, not intercourse again, but just the fact that intercourse happened the day before, the next morning, it's like, bro, the FUCK happened to me last night. That's literally how it feels. So, and that's not like every single time. It's a hit or miss. It's like sometimes and then sometimes no. So I'll leave that to you to think of. Say is I'm not a medical professional or a healthcare professional, so please do not take any of this. This is basically just for input, like my input, my experience. It might be different with you. I would say go right ahead and give it a try. I mean, it's not like the end of the world. You can always get it taken out if it bothers you. Me being the crazy person that I am and thinking, oh, it'll get better, it'll get better. I didn't do it for like 2 years, and I'm just excited. I get it taken out tomorrow. I hope to actually, I guess, talk more about it whenever I set the appointment. They're getting it taken out at the OBGYN, I think it's like a specialist, but it's basically just like an OBGYN for pregnant women, but since they inserted it there, that's why they're able to take it out. And when I called them, I think it's like disclosure that they have to tell you if there's any complications, we have to refer you to like a professional that just specifically handles these issues. My thing is, I don't know if it's because not many people were wearing IUDs whenever I first got it. I wasn't hearing much about it, but now I'm hearing more and more kind of like scary stories about how people have reacted to them, how their body has not adjusted, how they've gotten lost inside them. And so I'm happy that at least I don't think, is not the case for me. We'll know tomorrow. And she had to disclose that for me, and I don't know, that kind of just left me thinking and praying, please God, do not let anything bad happen to me tomorrow, and let this thing just come out smoothly and fine and normal. And I think I'm just gonna let my body get back to normal. Hopefully I can lose the 15, or is it 20? I think it's like 24 pounds in total that I have gained. I hope that by taking this out, my body will adjust, go back to normal. My feelings will go back to the way that they used to be before. And I'm just excited to have it taken out, honestly. And I know that by the demeanor of this video, you're probably thinking, man, she's probably so fed up and so sad with it. Like, yeah, you guys, I really am. I'm sick of like having to go through the pain of knowing that I'm like pain inside. Like I have pain and for no reason, like for no dang reason in the middle of the month and like the beginning of the month. It's like, it's understandable if I know it's like within the last few days of the month because that's my cycle. But it's like, no, like, I'm sick of it. And other than that, I mean, those are some pretty solid reasons as to why I'm getting it taken out. I do hope that this video did help you. Please do not, you know, try to take this as like oh, this is like the only thing that like I need to watch and like I'm over it. Definitely do your research on it to find the best fit for you. This is just something that I hope is helpful to you. This is what I went through. I mean, it didn't bother me. I'm not upset with it. I'm good that I had it for 3 years. I'm happy that I didn't have any dangerous situations with it. But at the same time, I'm excited and happy to get it taken out because I just want my body to go back to normal. Alright, so with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, go on ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification to get notified every time that I post a new video. And leave me down in the comments below, what type of birth control do you have? And does it give you any issues? Or do you have any like side effects like the ones that I mentioned? Because that's honestly very interesting to me. And I've watched quite a few of these IUD experience videos and I haven't ever done my own because I was like, should I? Like I've had it for like, and by then it was still kind of like, I didn't really start doing research on it till having it for 3 years. And I'm like, wait a minute, this stuff is just like, the stuff that women have to go through for birth control. Like, let's have a moment of silence for that because it's so infuriating. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and you'll see me and us in our next video. You wanna say bye-bye? Look at your little ponytail. Aww. You're such a sweetheart. You love me?
Yeah.